Hey guys, Tomboy601. It's patch notes day, guys. And there's big news. We got new ships. We got new commanders. We got new premiums. We got aircraft carriers. We got some buffs. We just got a full plate of everything. We'll go ahead and start diving on in, but before we do that, let's do what we do before every video, and that's comment of the day. Comment of the day goes out to someone who leaves a comment on one of our previous videos. Today's comment goes out to Jeremiah Dramond. He says, GG, just got mine and made a sniper build. Works very well even at 19k distance, and he's talking about our Bismarck video. We did just get the Bismarck on this channel and took it out for a spin. It was pretty fun. Haven't gotten it fully upgraded yet, so that's definitely a goal. But there will be bigger goals now because, guys, aircraft carriers are here. Yes, that is why we have the video going. We have some aircraft carriers. Before we dive on in, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Friday at 7, and over on Instagram and Twitter as well. Before we dive into these patch notes, let me just say, Wargaming did give me a preview of these patch notes as being part of the community contributor program, and as such, just know that they did send these ahead of time, but they do have a lot of caveats, and usually when they send these a couple days early, they are missing things. So if anything gets added to the patch notes today that wasn't in my pre-release notes, I will of course mention them in tomorrow's video. So make sure you're subscribed if you want all of the latest and most up-to-date information on World of Warships Legends. With all that said, let's go ahead and dive on in. First things first, welcome to the second year of World of Warships Legends. Yes, carriers are now fully in the game. However, they do have a little bit of an interesting twist to them in the fact that there's only going to be 3 for each side, a tier 3, a tier 5, and a tier 7 for both the Japanese and the Americans. They'll be limited to 1 on each side, so teams will either have 1 carrier each or no carriers each, so there will still be the possibility of having a no carrier game. As far as the exact ships for the USA, you have the Langley, the Ranger, and the Lexington, and for Japan, you have the Hosho, Ryuju, and Shokaku. To unlock the carriers, you must first unlock the tier 3 battleships for the respective nations. Compared with battleships, tier 7 carriers require 50,000 additional XP. Wargaming feels like this is a good balance. One, because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to play aircraft carriers. It is a very competitive role because people are going to want to play these. And there's only 3 ships, so you're not really having to go through how much you would have to expend to research a full line. Also, they feel that the carriers are just very influential as far as battles go. All carriers will have access to torpedo bombers and dive bombers, and then there will be 2 missions to obtain special carrier commanders, and they will be available for the duration of the update, in addition to them being available in the usual either nation-specific or international crates. The post-battle service cost will be the same, which is 136,000 if you're playing the tier 7. Additionally, to celebrate this 2 years, they will be doing some special events. There will be sale discounts on and one-time offers that are like 35% off on certain things, and they'll have a lot of premium ships for 25% off during this time. So we'll have to see what those deals are. Global XP conversion is also going to be cheaper, 35 as opposed to 25 GXP per doubloon. There'll be free gifts in the store, as well as a first win bonus for every single ship through beginning with tier 3. Last time they did this, it was like promotion orders. There was like 1 or 2 promotion or insignias, depending on the tier of the ship. You will only be able to get this bonus once. So for those of you like me who have like 200 ships because you're a hoarder and you keep every single ship, congratulations. We're about to be flush with whatever they give us. And if not, start saving those pennies and start getting everything that is above tier 3. There have also been additional changes to the carriers since the airstrike game mode. HE bomb damage has been increased, aircraft torpedo damage and range has been increased. Planes of tier 3 carriers have increased speed. Planes of tier 5 carriers have increased hit points. Tier 3 HE bombers have improved bomb dropping accuracy. carriers have received course plotting. You choose a square on the tactical map, and then that is where your carrier will go. The torpedo skills for existing commanders now correctly influence those, so you will be able to buff the torpedoes with Tanaka, which will be nice. And Louis Dufournet's base trait now also affects HE bombs, which is nice. Additionally, other ships are receiving buffs to help deal with carriers. So all cruisers from tier 5 and up receive 2 charges of a defensive AA fire consumable, which boosts anti-air damage for a short period. The consumable is available in the second slot when it is selected, and it swaps with the existing consumable. That's usually going to be the sonar consumable. Every commander has also received the all-out anti-air skill, which passively boosts the range and power of the ship's AA. I'm interested to see what tier that falls in and whether it will be worth it to go ahead and pull that. And finally, Togo and George Dewey have received new skills specifically for carrier use. So they've kind of made these hybrid commanders that you can use for the carriers. In row 3, they will now have Hidden Threat, which boosts torpedo bombers' concealment and speed. And in row 4, they will have Burn Baby Burn, which will increase your chances of causing fire with HE bombs. So if we look over at George Dewey, his base trait increases torpedo detectability. Then that first row, you could probably either go increase travel speed of torpedoes, or if Burn It Down XXL works like Dufournet's increase in HE damage, then that may also be a viable choice. Then down here, you could pick up an additional sea detectability just to help keep your aircraft carrier concealed. And then in these 2 rows right here is where you would see that Hidden Threat and Burn Baby Burn. I really like this because, let's be clear, when was the last time you used Dewey? You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time you used him? And even more so, when was the last time you used Togo? He is only up to 7 for me. Like, I don't even have him very much ranked up because that's how little I have gone and used him. So I, for one, these guys are already sort of hybrid commanders with the skills that they have. I enjoy that they are increasing their ability to hybridize into other lines and tiers. And hey, you know what? Good on Wargaming for doing this. Also, every ship of tier 4 and higher has the option to install AA Gun Mod 1 in the first modification slot, which improves the ship's anti-air capabilities. And every tier 7 and legendary tier ship has the option to install AA Gun Mod 3 in the 4th modification slot. So Wargaming is also adding additional ways for normal ships to be able to counter the aircraft carriers. The campaign for this time around is the Limit Breaker campaign, and this is for the Suzuya. She is a Mogami variant, 155mm guns, very capable HE slinger with decent torpedoes, and yeah, she's essentially a B variant of the Mogami. As usual, we will see the weekly Havocs with the option to go ahead have an ore on the legendary mechanics. There are hard mode missions to earn medals for those who wish to get more challenging and finish the campaign earlier. If you choose to not have the full Admiralty backing, if you decide you don't want to purchase out this battle pass, this campaign, what you can expect to walk away with for 0 money down is 80 common boosters, 18 Type 1 camos, 18 Type 2 camos, 18 Type 3 camos, 235,000 Commander XP, 500,000 credits, 7,500 global XP, 12 promotion orders, 1 insignia, 1 commendation, 8 days of premium time, 3 winter big crates, 1 Japanese commander crate, 1 patch background, and 1 symbol. If you do decide to go ahead and purchase the Admiralty backing, you'll get all of that in addition to 50 rare boosters, 35 epic boosters, 30 more Type 1 camos, 30 more Type 2 camos, 30 more Type 3 camos, 190 Commander XP, 2.5 million credits, 22,500 global XP, 28 promotion orders, 3 insignias, 3 commendations, 750 doubloons, 6 winter big crates, a commemorative flag, and the tier 7 Japanese cruiser Suzuya. So all of that said, pretty good and all around. Next Arena mode is back for Season 2 and Season 3 of Arena. They haven't really given us details here, so I have a feeling there will be more tomorrow than what Wargaming has teased for me. The only thing they have told us is now the top 3, the top 1%, top 10%, and top 25% in all seasons, in both seasons, will receive steel. So that was one of the big complaints, that you had to get to the top 1% in order to win anything, in order to get the steel, which is like the big heavy grind now. That was the main piece of feedback I think they received, and this is their way of trying to fix it. Next, they are going to have another kind of, I'm assuming this is going to be like the St. Paddy's Day event. They're going to have Golden Week content. Golden Week is a series of holidays celebrated in Japan annually that starts with the Emperor's birthday and culminates in Children's Day. It's usually a time when people travel, take a break from their work schedules. To commemorate this event, we're introducing several new items. Among these are themed skins for Kongo, Asashio, and Yamato, available from Golden Week chests. Other contents will be revealed as usual on WoWLegends.com/containers, so we haven't really seen. Asashio will also be available for 12,500 doubloons for the duration of the sale event. One more item that is going to be available is the golden flag for 1,000 doubloons. So just so you know, this is just the flag for 1,000 doubloons. This is kind of a test event to see, hey, if they just sold content, if they just sold cosmetic items straight up, would people buy them? Let me tell you, Wargaming, yes, we will buy straight cosmetics if you just put a price tag on them. You could have done that this past time with the Stellar, with all of the Stellar camos. I probably would have spent money on a gearing skin, but I didn't get it instead. Anyways, yes, so they'll have a golden flag. I'm part of me really hope it's literally just a gold flag, because that feels a little baller and would be pretty cool, but who knows. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk balance changes. Big one, Bismarck secondaries. German battleship secondaries. 105 secondary guns of German battleships can now penetrate 20mm armor, which they weren't able to do before. This means that Bismarck interprets are more of a threat to destroyers that wander close, especially if the battleships have enhanced secondaries. Additionally, Ashitaka's main gun reload time has been improved by 1 second, down to 30 seconds instead of 31. Warhammer ships, the Ragnarok and the Ignis Paragdo, have both received the following buffs. Citadel armor belt is now 126mm, up from 76, making the Citadel a bit less vulnerable. Repair Party now restores 32% more health per second over the same duration. And they both now have a single charge of a main battery reload booster. So now those ships are pretty cool. Like, I'm forgetting what ship they are based on, and previously they literally were just a copy paste of that previous ship stats wise, and I like that they have now differentiated them. I am sad because I don't have either of them, so sad Tommy time. Next is probably one of the coolest things, and something that definitely shows they are paying attention to the meta. They are adding a concealment mod for battleships. That's right. They've teased this before. Some battleships are going to be receiving a concealment modification to try to see whether the meta can be changed a little. They're starting somewhat conservatively, but it's possible that more battleships will receive this option in the future. The ships that are currently going to get it are Ashitaka, Nagato, Amagi, Yamato, Ki, Vanguard, Ragnarok, Ignis Paragdo. So that will definitely be interesting. Stealth Yamato build. Let's see what happens. One last balance change. Division mates in tier 6 and 7 battles spawn closer to each other in the standard and versus AI modes. So they're definitely just trying to keep you guys all together. Now we're on to those miscellaneous changes. The red, white, and blue and legendary birthday bureau projects are going away on April 12th. If you have not started them, you will not be able to start them. Start them now. You don't have to finish researching them. You just have to start them to keep them in your game. They are definitely worth it to go down. Red, white, and blue gives you free camos for pretty much the entire American tier and gets you the California. One of my favorite tier 5 ships as far as premiums go. That's worth it. And then the birthday one, you get a free paid crate from every single event from year 1. Hopefully, maybe they're adding a year 2 one, because I'll happily take one free crate from each and every one of the year. But absolutely go and take advantage of them. Also, 2 new maps have been added to the rotation. Solomon Islands will be available for tier 3 and 4, and Hotspot for tier 6, 7, and legendary tiers. Carriers have been added to the port filter and point distribution count in the tactical menu. Carrier-specific tooltips have been added to control presets. Anti-air stats have been added to all ship loadout UI. Maximum air defense range is shown in the info panel among other ranges. That's after you hit the options button. And then carrier commanders Timon Yumagachi and Ernest King are now available, like I said before, both in the national crates and in the international ones. The background of active legendary skills has been replaced in the commander interface, and the visual effect of projectiles hitting the ground has been improved. Additionally, we are seeing a couple of just bug fixes. I won't go through them since but there's not many. Like, I know this game can be buggy sometimes. The big one is increased stability for the Xbox client, which we saw a relative issue with this past update. But everything else is just kind of little things. If you want, I'll link the patch notes down below. Feel free to go read them for yourself. And finally, the 2 new premium ships for this update are the Tier 4 Battleship Otibraskia Revolucia. Basically, the way I look at this ship is, you know how the Peter Verlecki doesn't fit in with the rest of the Russian battleship line? Like, if you go through, there is a very clear design lineage from the Gangut to the Ismail. Like, you definitely see that there was supposed to be a ship in the middle of them, because Peter Verlecki just looks completely different. Gangut has those 4 turrets, has them all weirdly spaced. Like, it is a very distinct looking ship. And then you get to Peter Verlecki and it looks like a regular battleship. It looks like the Russians copied the homework of everyone else. And then you get back to Ismail, and it's like, oh, you guys went your weird way again. Cool. And Octospriskia Revolution, this new tier 4 ship looks like it is supposed to be where it is on the tech tree. It's that weird 4 turret, 4 barreled layout that we see on a lot of the Russian ships. But as a tier 4, so I'm interested to play it just because I like the weird ships. I'm down for some weird. Finally, the other ship is the Tier 5 Italian destroyer Leone. From what I've read on the PC, it is a gunboat with a very long reload time and the wonderful, and by wonderful I mean very special, Italian torps. So super long range, super slow, and slow reload on them. So it should be very interesting. It seems like just a lethargic ship with a slow reload time and slow torpedoes. Hey, we'll go ahead, try it out. There'll be a review on it for both of those ships. If you want to see that, be sure to subscribe. And that, guys, is all of the patch notes. Overall, this is exciting. Like, this is going to be, hopefully, a good update. I'm excited to see the aircraft carriers fully implemented. I'm excited to see just everything that we get this time around. Definitely interested to play with the new concealment mods. I'm kind of hoping that Wargaming takes pity on me and gives me one of the Warhammer ships just to try out, because they seem like they could be a lot of fun now. Like, overall, I am very excited to try out all of this, to see what ships are on sale, see if I can, boost what I have in my fleet. But yeah, guys, that is the update. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I know this has been a long one. It looks like it's going to be about 20 minutes long. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I hope to see you guys out there on the battlefield. Is it a battlefield? Out there on the ocean. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.